it would only be fitting for us to put on a grand display to commemorate this milestone. Celebration is a time to show off, and so we're going to be showing off on Boxing Day. And as the theme says, we're going to be celebrating in grand style. Now, what you have to appreciate is that throughout the year, we had real activities. When I say real activities, we did activities to commemorate our 60th anniversary. We paid a courtesy call on the Governor General. We've had several church services, Thanksgiving services. We had a basketball tournament. We had a fun run walk. And we had planned to have a gala banquet and another event, but time didn't permit us to do that. So what we're doing on Bay Street is we're going to be enacting some of these celebrations that we had for the year, but the grand celebration is going to be a grand extravaganza. And so as part of our showing off, we're going to be wearing the finest clothes for the celebration. We're going to be consuming the finest foods, the finest beverages. We're going to arrive at the celebration in fancy cars. We're going to be entertained by the best of the best that the world has to offer in entertainment, as you will see in our synopsis. We're going to be doing a real live Valley Boys reality show. And then on New Year's, our theme is giving God thanks and praise and total praise for blessing the Valley Boys over our 60 years. We are mindful of the fact that we could not produce Junkanoo. You might want to ask him one or two questions as long as they're not controversial. We have some light refreshments for you, and you're getting the first copy of the Valley Boys 2018 CD. I hope all of you are Valley Boys, you're not going to throw these out once you leave here. But if you have to, just give it to someone as a good Christmas gift.
Great music.
Just entering is one of our senior members, Mr. Eddie Ford. I don't know, is the chair up front? You may have heard a little bit about Eddie. We consider Eddie to be the single greatest athlete in the history of the Bahamas.
Yes, sir.
He's an all-around baseballer, softballer, basketballer, cricket. I beat him in golf, but he's well renowned for his sporting prowess. But he's also a member of the Valley Boys. Eddie, oh. Take my time.
No, I'll give him mine. I'll give him mine.
So I guess this next guest needs no introduction, but this is Mr. Robert Sandy Sands. He's the Vice President of External Affairs and Government Relations for Bahama, and obviously he's here representing Bahama as a sponsor of the Valley Boys. So as I was saying, Eddie Ford has been experiencing some medical challenges, and we just wanted the public to know that. So any chance they have to offer any assistance, please feel free to go ahead and do so. We also have some other members who are experiencing some health challenges, and some that have passed away, and so we ask that your prayers be with them during this time and their families during what we call the Yuletide season. I don't know if Mr. Dean wants to say a few words, and then maybe Mr. Sands. Open up the floor for questions. Mr. Dean?
I just want to add to what you said earlier.
Oh, sorry. I got to move all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need a helper?
Thank you very much. Two forms.
Late, the Valley Boys, certainly on this their 60th year. And we wish them well both for the Boxing Day and the New Year's celebrations. Bahama like to be associated with things that are coming out first and ending up first. And we like to be associated with winners. We make that very clear, that we have all the support behind you, a lot of other major sponsors. And so we trust that all is well within the Valley Boys at this stage, and we look forward to seeing a fabulous parade both on Boxing Day and on New Year's. Again, congratulations to the Valley Boys.
The room that we have in this press conference is a room that's going to be used by our choreograph section to put some tricks on their costumes, some feathers and some other enhancements that we have. And so you can see them sitting there completed and ready to be decorated. This facility and the facility that we have at Claridge Road, we've approached the owners of the property and inviting them along with our sponsors to partner with us to take these facilities to another level. And so the Valley Boys have had a legacy of 60 years. Going forward, we're going to be doing some restructuring of the organization, and we're going to be doing some things differently to remain dynamic and also to remain competitive. And this facility and the facility at Claridge Road, we're hoping that the owners are generous enough to work out some long-term arrangements with us so that we can put some additional facilities in here. This building here is in proximity to the port. It's in proximity to the airport. There are a number of high schools and primary schools in this area. And we feel that it can become a hub for the growth and development of not just the Valley Boys, but Junkanoo. And so we're not just thinking about next week, we're also thinking about the future. And with these two good sponsors that we have, we'd be happy to answer any questions that you have on our performance, what we have planned. The performances that we're going to be doing in terms of dance and music are choreographed and produced by Bahamians. And we're going to have some contemporary music, but a lot of it is going to be Bahamian music. As I said, we're having a reality show, so we are reenacting our celebration. So the first thing you do when you decide to have a celebration, you pick a venue. We're going to be having this extravaganza at Bahama. Paradise Games are the VIP guests at this extravaganza. We're going shopping down Bay Street, Paradise Island, and on Cable Beach because we're going to be copying the lifestyles of the rich and famous. So we're going to all the name brand stores on Bay Street, Gucci, John Bull, Cartier, Versace. You'll see those brands. We're going to be displaying expensive wines and champagnes. Of course, this event wouldn't be complete unless we produce our own, the Ace of Spades wine, champagne. And as you will see here and at Claridge Road, we have some fancy cars that are going to be arriving for the grand extravaganza. In terms of things Bahamian, Bahamians like to show off and they like to party in grand style. So we're going to put a Bahamian twist on this. I mentioned the glitz and glamour to you, right? The theme has a double twist to it, right? Because we're celebrating our diamond anniversary, diamonds and precious gems as a part of the base for the theme. Diamonds and gems are also worn at special occasions. So you're going to see a lot of bling. Bahamians are very familiar with most international name brands and high-end items, so featured in that costume as well. And then we have two friends, Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley. So I think Bahamians are familiar with those celebrities, and I think they're going to enjoy that costume as well. So the one depicting a gala event is called Members Only, it's a private party. And the one depicting the Golf Classic is called Who's the Best? Who's the best at golf? On the street, about 350 to 400, and then we have supporting staff, which can exceed 100. Regrettably, we only get credentials for 38 of our supporting staff, and I've been advised that the Ministry of Youth and the JCNP are going to be cracking down on credentials this year, and so our support staff may be a little challenged this year, but we're going to find a way to make it work. We're very confident, else we wouldn't be having this press conference.
Extremely confident.
We never scared. The Valley Boys never scared.
No, we're not afraid of them. As I told you, when we bring that current on Boxing Day morning, we turn that on, we light Bay Street and BPL right up. But we pride ourselves on working very hard. We have something called Valley Boys Pride. Something that we've developed and maintained over the last 60 years. We feel that we've put in the hard work, we've done the research, we're producing two themes that are relevant. I mean, we can't let another Junkanoo group celebrate the Valley Boys, so we're celebrating ourselves. It's not a traditional celebratory theme. We've incorporated some new ideas, something that Bahamians can identify with, and we think that we're going to make it very easy for the judges to determine who's the best. We're so confident we having competition within the Valley Boys. Any other questions? Yeah, so just a little bit about the New Year's Day Parade. You may or may not have known that the Valley Boys were founded in 1958 on a wall at St. George's Church. And since our inception, since our formation, we've always taken the need for our members to attend church and to believe in God very, very seriously. And so there was a little ambivalence at first about which one to do first, whether we should have the religious theme on Boxing Day and celebrate on New Year's. But we decided that we'll party first, and then we'll go and thank God once again for blessing the Valley Boys. It's not going to be a traditional religious presentation. It's going to be very charismatic, taking into consideration the changes that we have had in the past few years in the Bahamas in churches. And you know, when you attend some of these churches now, you have a lot of praise and worship, and you're singing a lot of nice songs. That's the type of music and performance you're going to get on Bay Street come New Year's. It's not going to be stiff. So if you're thinking you're coming to get a stiff presentation, it's not going to be nothing stiff. Any other questions? I think we'll be able to let you see some of what we have in this near vicinity here. And if you would like to make arrangements to visit our Clarge Road shack, please let us know. In total, we have 14 shacks or production centers. This one and the one at Clarge Road are the main ones, but some of our members have facilities in their yards, and there's some other facilities that we use to produce costumes, and also for our choreograph section and our music section to practice. And so if you'd want to see one of those, we'd have to make some special arrangements for you to go and see. So if you'd want Mr. Dean to come here and sit, let Mr. Dean come and sit here so you could get a picture with our sponsors. I don't want Mr. Dean to believe that our Paradise Games would think that we're putting them out the door. Yeah. And feel free to interview anyone that is here about our preparation and anything with reference to the Valley Boys. Any questions they can't answer, they'll refer them to me. Don't ask me anything about the judges. Don't ask them anything about the judges. We don't talk about judging. So at the back, we have Aldika Roll. She's a member of our media team. Considering this milestone, the Valley Boys established its own media team to cover us throughout the year. So if y'all not using your media passes, y'all could give it to her, because I understand they're short too. And it's Mr. Devon Brennan. He's our community outreach chairman. He's also a lead bell in the Valley Boys. And so he's one of the fellas in the engine room who's going to be turning on the current come Boxing Day. Thank you very much for coming. And if you have any questions or you want to do some additional interviews, we'll make ourselves available.
Good.
Good?
All right. A bit late.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Yeah. Y'all got a picture with the...
Hello. Okay, in about an hour or so. Okay, good.
So you good? Thanks for coming.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Take care, Brian.
All right.
Take care.
Take
care, man.
Nice to meet you.
Eddie. How you feeling, man? Take one.
Nedlet Productions.